Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. I hope you've all been having a really amazing weekend and start to your week. As you can probably hear in my voice, I am doing so much better today than last week during the collective readings. I was recovering from being a little bit under the weather, which did throw off my voice a bit. So I am still regaining 100% strength, but my voice is definitely so much stronger than it was. And I am so grateful to all of you who have been sending me positive messages, good vibes, and healing energy as I've been fully recovering from all of that. But with all of that being said, I have been picking up that there are many collective upgrades taking place, and ironically, many of these do seem to be centered around the throat chakra and really allowing us to activate our voices into our true power, into higher levels of authenticity. Now, of course, this looks really different from individual to individual because we each have our own unique soul blueprint, which is essentially the plan that we created for this lifetime as a soul prior to incarnating here. And the thing about that soul blueprint is only you can read it for yourself, meaning it speaks to you through your intuition. And especially at these moments, your intuition is speaking to you strongly through feelings of passion and pull in certain directions. So I really feel that for someone listening, you've been guided to follow those feelings of pull, to really feel into those feelings of passion and to allow them to guide you, even when sometimes it can feel like you're walking in the dark because you may not know exactly how that path is going to unfold. And I'm just picking up on a really beautiful energy of someone listening who is at times feeling as though they are walking in the dark, but continuing to take that one step forward regardless. And I have to touch on something that I've been receiving as a download specifically for a divine feminine listening. So of course, when I use these labels, divine feminine and divine masculine, these are meant to describe energy dynamics. They aren't necessarily tied to a specific gender. And we all do have a balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within each of us. So when I use those labels, the messages could apply to your internal divine masculine or divine feminine, or of course, they could apply to an external person or situation as well. But I'm picking up that mainly many of the messages in this specific collective reading are going to resonate with the divine feminine collective. And one of these specific downloads I've been receiving is that there is a divine feminine who is activating and inspiring many masculine energies around them. And in fact, this divine feminine has been specifically placed in certain circumstances, connections, environments, etc., in part for the purpose of having this inspirational and uplifting impact on certain particular masculine energies. that are connected to them or surrounding them in some way. Now, this may be in a community sense, in a platonic sense, in a co-working environment sense. This doesn't have to be romantic, but I am getting that for this specific divine feminine, any divine masculine that you have touched romantically, meaning if there's been some kind of romantic bond in the past, the present, even masculines that you might futuristically connect with, these bonds are being activated energetically, regardless of whether or not you have physical 3D communication with these individuals. It's almost like in the quantum field, you are coming up as this lighthouse of energy, radiating this light and this love that is truly unconditional. And that is having such a profound ripple effect, so far beyond what you are even able to consciously perceive or put together from a physical 3D perspective. I'm also hearing that if you do or create anything in your life, whether or not you are sharing this with others, if you felt certain feelings of passion towards art, music, certain hobbies or interests, creating, whatever this is for you personally, you are inspiring so many others through following through those feelings of passion and allowing that passion to lead you. And the thing about this inspiration is it's happening on the quantum level. So once again, it might not be fully visible physically, the ways in which you are inspiring others. But what you might start to notice is as you pursue certain passions or share certain aspects of yourself with the world, begin to pursue certain things in your life, even if, again, you are doing this completely alone with yourself, it's having a powerful, positive, energetic impact on the entire collective, but it's especially being felt by those who are more closely connected to you in the quantum field. So those that we might refer to as your soul group, your soul family, who share a similar core soul frequency to your own. And circling back to some of those specifically masculine energies that you might be inspiring through this quantum ripple effect, many of these are soulmates in some form or part of your soul family, regardless of whether you have or are destined to connect in this particular lifetime. So what can I channel for the beautiful divine feminines listening? It's funny, we haven't even pulled a card yet. This has all just been messages and downloads that, of course, we've been co-creating because each and every one of you here is emanating your own unique, beautiful soul frequency. And just by being present here with this reading, you are actually actively co-creating all of the messages that come through. Okay, so we have the card all tied up in the upright position, and I'm hearing someone say, I am feeling so stuck on you, or I can't get you out of my head. This feels like for the person I am tuned into here, this is most likely a message coming from a masculine, and they are wanting to connect with you or feeling a romantic connection towards you in some way. Now, do keep in mind, at the end of the day, it's really your intuition that holds the answers for you. So only take the messages that do resonate with you in that intuitive space within yourself. But I am getting the root chakra up right here as well. So this is a masculine who's really been working on stabilizing themselves. They might be trying to establish themselves in a current career field, financially. For some reason, I keep hearing something about school or training. So they might be doing some college or university program or a work training program. They may be training for a particular job or just working in some kind of direction where they are trying to establish themselves. And this seems to have taken a great deal of their time, energy, and focus. And it also feels to them almost binding in a sense where they have felt unable to fully approach you or connect with you or enter your life because of feeling as though they've been needing to ground or stabilize themselves in the 3D world in some way. Now, we also have the contract card coming up here. So this could be a masculine who is possibly dealing with some kind of a karmic contract in their life. But the thing is, I'm getting that for many of them, this isn't necessarily a romantic contract. Yes, it could be for the minority of you, a romantic karmic partner or person in their life. But for the majority, I'm getting that this karmic contract actually has something to do with their community, their family, or their belief systems. This is something that's much more overarching and has much more to do with their personal values and beliefs than just a romantic situation. So even if there is a romantic karmic partner involved here for some of you, what's really happening at the root is this is someone who is stuck in some kind of a way of thinking, believing, feeling some kind of a structure around them in their community that is very restrictive. And it's almost so restrictive that it's like they're not allowed to question it, which I know sounds really extreme, but it feels like it's almost like they are not allowing themselves to question some kind of status quo, even though they want to question it, even though deeper down their soul is really beginning to question it. So for some of them, this could be a specific belief system. This could be just their beliefs about life. This could be them just being kind of tied into the matrix in some way, as we might say. But with the appreciation card reversed, sitting on the heart center, and also anxiety in the reverse position, and indecision reversed. Okay, so this is someone who's working on releasing some of the fears that have clouded their heart space. I feel that whatever this karmic dynamic has been in their life, whether it's a belief system, certain controlling family members, or just something about their thinking that's been really limited, it seems like this is being cleared out, but not through the mind. It's actually a transformation that has to happen through the heart, because I'm getting that this is something that this person would never question or move away from through the mind, but it's the way that you're opening their heart that is actually softening them and opening them up to new ways of thinking and being. This process does seem to be very gradual, but over the course of time, it's resulting in a powerful expansion of their energy with the World card in the upright position. It's being highlighted here that this expansion, this effect, I should say, that your energy is having on this masculine may actually be happening at a distance in the physical. The two of you may not be in communication or connection physically, but regardless, through, again, that quantum ripple effect of you really focusing on self-love, living your own life unconventionally, but in alignment with your own soul. This is actually deeply inspiring this masculine, but it's at that quantum energetic level. Now, what I do see is even if there isn't communication or connection, or it's very inconsistent from a physical perspective, over time, the way that this person is expanding is going to cause them to want to open some kind of door with you romantically, with door to romance upright, sitting on the root chakra, which is most connected with the manifested world. So I feel that ultimately this is going to be an energy that this masculine wants to convert into a solid, tangible, romantic offer or opening of a door between the two of you. Now, of course, as I always say, you are the conscious creator of your life. So it's up to you whether or not you take this offer that seems like it could be coming in from this masculine. Do, of course, whatever feels most in alignment with your own intuition. But I am going to be reshuffling, and I want to see if I can channel more about this door that could be opening here. Okay, so the reason that this hasn't been opening with financial constraints does seem to be, once again, because this is a masculine energy really trying to stabilize themselves. Again, this could literally be related to their work or their finances. They may have felt a bit unstable in these directions, or at least restricted in some way. I keep hearing they felt restricted from talking to you or connecting with you. So of course, for some of you, there could have been a person around them karmically that was literally restricting them or not wanting them to communicate with you. But for many of you, I'm getting this was more so a mental blockage or barrier. It's like they weren't able to connect with you because there was some kind of block here that could have been those karmic patterns that they are working on breaking free from in their life, those restrictive ways of thinking. However, those may have been manifesting in their physical life, and yet at the same time, this person's soul has felt stuck on you with all tied up in the upright position coming out here again. And of course, this card came out earlier as well. So in the extended version of this reading on Patreon, I will be channeling more into what this specific masculine is thinking and feeling at the moment, any messages their soul might have for you, Divine Feminine, as well as how this connection could potentially move forward into the future. So the link to those extended Patreon messages is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. For now, I want to see if there's anyone or anything else connected to your energy. And here we have the card Family. Kids, opinions, judgment, resolve family stress, get support. Can I get more information on this? What is going on with the family card here? Okay, we also have the card Fear, darkness, hesitation, insecurity. Know that you are protected. So this is going to be a very specific message that will only probably apply to a small group here, but needs to be given its own space. And this is that for Divine Feminine listening, you may have certain people around you, either literal family members or people that may not necessarily be family, but that you've been so close to physically that they've almost felt like family. I'm just getting there are people around you physically that may not fully have stepped into their own power and might be living in a little bit of a state of fear. So for some of these individuals around you, when they see you fully stepping into your power, fully living in your purpose, living these passions, living a very unconventional life, this might actually trigger some of their own fears within themselves about doing the same. Now, of course, only you and your intuition can know how to navigate these connections and situations, because what I'm getting for a group of people is, although you may be triggering these fears in certain people around you, you are also inspiring them to such a profound degree. And you might actually find in the long term that although initially people around you may be a little bit triggered or a little fearful as they see you fully coming into your own, stepping into your power, using your voice in a more powerful way, know that in the long term, you are actually going to be deeply inspiring so many of these people to their own true empowerment, to gifts and abilities and dreams that they may have left behind in their past. But oftentimes, even when this transformation is bound to occur, initially the reaction to change tends to be fear. And I'm just getting this message for someone from their guides to continue to move forward fearlessly when you feel that pull within you in a direction and it really lights you up, trust your intuition. Take steps towards those goals, dreams, desires, even if you find that certain people around you are triggered or feeling a little bit of triggered fear as they see you making these profound changes. I'm getting the words brand new. So something about your energy is feeling brand new. It's feeling almost like you are introducing this new transformed version of yourself to the world in a way that may look very unfamiliar to people around you, even though intrinsically this transformation's been taking place for a very long time. It's been a metamorphosis. You, I feel for the person listening, have been in this hermit mode where many people were unaware of just how much you'd been changing or just how much you'd been transforming. But know that you are being revealed to the world now in your transformed state. And there are certain people who have known you physically in the 3D for a long time who are going to almost feel as though you are being revealed to them for the first time, or they're looking at an entirely new person. And this can shock people around you, even people you've been interacting with on a daily basis or almost a daily basis. It can surprise them when all of a sudden they feel like they are looking at someone who is entirely new. And know that, again, this is because even though you may have been physically interacting with these others on a near daily basis, you were, in a sense, being protected through those metamorphoses, through those transformations. There was this almost like what we've been describing as a wall around this budding energy within you to protect it in the early stages. But now it's taken hold enough that it's taken root, it's stabilized, and it's ready to be shared with the world. You may even have specific aspects of yourself, your gifts, your talents, things in your life that you are now ready to bring to the world in a more visible way or to share with the world in some kind of way. And know that if you're being pulled in that direction, it's because the time is now. I keep getting those words like now is the time. For so long, you may have been feeling this guidance to wait, to hold off, to not quite share certain things yet with the people around you or with the world, or to not express certain aspects of yourself. But it's like you're coming into this era where the time is now, where you've done the transformational work, where you've allowed yourself to grow in silence and in the invisible realm. And those invisible transformations are now being revealed. They're being made visible. For some reason, I'm getting the metaphoric image of someone being pushed out onto a stage, and it's like they're excited for it but not quite ready, and someone gives them a shove and pushes them onto the stage and into the spotlight. Now, for some of you, that could be literal if you are desiring to be in the public eye or to do something that's more visible in the world or to create something that's more visible. The universe might literally be pushing you into that spotlight. For others of you, this could be more of a metaphor where, again, your energy is just now ready to be revealed to the world. And certain parts of that process might feel a little uncomfortable, but also so exhilarating and energizing to you. They pull you with that feeling of passion, and that's your indication that you're on the right track, even if it feels a little scary and new sometimes. So we also have the card Pause, Chaser, and Material World. So I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here, and I feel this is connecting with potentially some kind of external person or energy. Can I get more details on this? Okay, we have Goddess of the Moon, Magician, and the Mirror, Indecision reversed. So someone feeling very decisive, responding to you stepping into your true empowerment, balancing your own energy. I feel this is someone who may have been ignoring their intuition for a very long time. And this is something you were able to intuitively sense and pick up on, especially in the way that this particular person was communicating with you, because this third eye chakra reversed is sitting on the throat chakra, telling me this is someone who you could sense in the way they communicated with you, whether it was through the tone of their voice, through what they were saying or what they were withholding, through how they were communicating or how often they were communicating or how little. There's something about their communication that indicated to you in the past that this was someone who wasn't connecting with their own intuition. But this is someone I'm hearing suddenly reaching some kind of decision point, becoming more decisive and reconnecting more strongly with their intuition. But this is occurring because energetically, you've made shifts within yourself that have impacted this person. I'm getting this could be another masculine energy for some of you listening. Of course, for some, this could be the same person that came up earlier. For others of you, this may be someone entirely different, but this is someone who was pushed into connecting with their own intuition because of the way that you so radically stepped into your true divine feminine empowerment. I feel this may have been someone that you got tired of chasing. If this was romantic in the past, you may have felt like the chaser and taken some kind of a pause from this person or connection. And I'm getting that now the dynamic has completely reversed, because this is someone now chasing you energetically and spiritually. And whether or not that's showing up yet in the physical world, know that there's been a total reversal of roles, or a total reversal of the energy here that has taken place because you've balanced yourself. I feel, found everything that you've needed in the past or wanted from this person, you found within yourself. So in the past, you may have sought validation or confirmation or praise or something from this person externally, and you may have felt like you were constantly chasing it. But since coming into your true power, again, you've entirely reversed that whole dynamic, because you found everything that you once needed from them within yourself. Now, of course, now from this state of empowerment and balance, you could potentially choose to reconnect with this person in a stronger way in the physical. And I see those windows of opportunity most likely opening up here because of this powerful reversal in the dynamics here. But of course, as always, that would be your free will, conscious choice. Whichever choice feels more aligned with you, whether that is connecting more with this person in the physical, or whether that is setting boundaries with them, connecting with others, however this is looking for you. I am feeling for some of you, this may have been a twin flame situation, because we are getting that push-pull, running, chasing kind of dynamic that often occurs in twin flame connections, which when I speak of twin flames, I simply mean a soul that shares an identical core soul frequency to your own. And for others of you, this might be a high-level soulmate situation, but I see that you've brought things into alignment here, regardless of how you want this to look in the physical. You've accomplished this powerful shift within yourself. And it's almost like your guides are around you celebrating, because you've done the work, because you've shifted energetically. And this has entirely brought this whole situation and dynamic into a newfound kind of alignment. You've completely reclaimed your power here. And again, there's now been this energetic role reversal where this person that may have caused you in the past to feel like you were chasing them is now chasing you. I do see with the temple path in the upright position that you are really in alignment with, or coming into a profound alignment with, a very high vibrational timeline. And as a result of this particular person that I feel for many of you is a masculine energy is really feeling motivated to meet you on that higher timeline. But as often comes out in these readings, the guidance for you, Divine Feminine, is not to lower your vibration for anyone, including this masculine, regardless of the soul connection you have with someone, because when you choose to remain boldly and fearlessly aligned with your highest vibrational timeline and to allow the chips to fall where they may when it comes to other people and connections in your life, ironically, you end up actually inspiring others to connect with you from that higher vibrational place. But it takes so much courage to be the space holder, in a sense, to be the one who is on that higher timeline, holding space for those connections to transform, but refusing to connect with them from those lower vibrational places, spaces, or timelines. You are such a profound inspiration to so many people around you. And I know that that's been reiterated so many times through this reading, but it needs to be reiterated because it's something that isn't always fully visible in the physical realm, but yet is such a powerful effect that you are having on so many around you. The way that your energy ripples outward not only affects those people closest to you in the quantum realm, but it literally ripples outward to the entire collective. And you just being present on this planet, radiating that energy, being who you are, showing up as you are, is literally shifting the consciousness of the entire collective. You are playing such a huge role that is not to be underestimated in the collective awakening that is happening on the planet at this time. And you are doing so much more than at times you give yourself credit for behind the scenes. Even in those moments where you feel you are alone or just going through something personally, you're actually shifting energy that is literally transforming what is happening on a collective level. So I'm going to close this reading here with a final Rumi Oracle card. In the extended version of the reading, we will be channeling more into anyone or anything else that may be connected to your energy at this time, as well as any other messages or pieces of information that want to come through. So if you are feeling guided to join me in the extended Patreon reading, the link to do so is under the video. For now, I'm going to read from the Rumi Oracle card, Beyond the Threshold of Fear. And the guidebook here says, enter the lion's jungle. Don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle. Everything is compassion and love. It is your fear holding you back, like a bar behind the door. Rumi. The guidebook also says, after so long, you are changing your relationship to fear. No more shall it hold you in its thrall. You are becoming able to observe it, to witness it, even to have compassion rather than resistance. Push and pull, one step forward and a half step back. So it has been for so long, and you have endured. Yes, you are winning the race, brave one, and fear is left to fizzle out. Oh, what a spiritual marathon you have been running. Now the end is in sight. This oracle comes with spiritual guidance for you. You have broken through a barrier, a self-imposed barrier of fear that held you back from taking steps you are now taking or just about to take. These steps may feel strange, new, uncertain, and exciting. Your mind might not have received the memo that fear-based existence is no longer in operation for you. It may need a loving, tender, reassuring, and firm update that the relationship you have with fear is now rather different. You are the witness, not the victim. Trust in your vision. Without the murky filter of fear, it is sharp and clear. You can see what is meant for you, what is true for you, what is beckoning you forward now. Take the running leap. There is no darkness and light for you anymore. Just life, living free and clear. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. Of course, if you do resonate with my energy, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community.